What's going on, everybody? It's Hot Corner Baseball here. I'm Ben Bogo, and I'm joined by.
Brody Austin.
And today we're coming back at you with a video. It's gonna be the first of, I think, 9. It's a little series we're doing, and it's gonna be the top 10 players from each position. And today we're gonna be doing starting pitchers. So, I believe that's correct, if my baseball edition is correct, there should be 9 videos, as we have the starting pitcher and then all position players. So. I think it'll be interesting just because you guys will be able to see our perspectives on the players and just kind of we can talk about our agreements and disagreements with our list because there'll be some at least. Um, and the way we're going
And
to be doing this, all right, go ahead.
and this is going to be based off their careers, and this season will be factored in, but it will not be just this year. That's
Yes,
just
yes,
disclaimer.
that's important to say because if we were doing this year, it'd be Lucas Giolito at the top and stuff like that, Jake Odorizzi. But
Mike
we're gonna,
Soroka.
we're gonna be factoring a lot more of their career and how they've done it for a long time. And then as far as the video itself, we're gonna be doing. Brody's gonna do his 10. I'm gonna do my 10, and then we're gonna discuss what we think is right or wrong about the list. So without further ado, Brody, give us your 10.
So number 10 is a guy that I expected to have a bigger season so far from the Indians is Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer, each year of his career has been getting better, and this year just really not doing well due to the loss of Clevenger, Carrasco, and then their ace Corey Kluber. Number 9, I have Steven Strasburg from the Nationals. Him, Corbin, and Scherzer have had a good year, but still not enough to bring the Nationals to the next level. And I still think he was brought up as a really talented prospect. Didn't get enough production from him with all the injuries, and now he's starting to pick it up with around 3 ERA. Sorry. Number 8, I have Blake Snell from the Tampa Bay Rays. Last year was his best season, no doubt, with his AL Cy Young. And obviously, you're going to see some regression, but still, he's leading the Tampa Bay Rays to, and obviously, I'm a Yankee fan, to the second best team in the AL East. So, sorry.
That's kind of funny.
Number 7, I have Zach Greinke. I only put him above Snell due to experience and he just does this every year. He's a quiet killer on the Diamondbacks. Number 6, I have the strikeout machine, Garrett Cole. Coming from the Pirates, we did not expect what we're seeing right now. He's striking out at an incredible rate, leading the majors in strikeouts, and him and Verlander, that 1-2 punch is killing it. Number 5 is a guy who might have had the worst season so far, is Corey Kluber. I still have him up here, dude. He's a superstar, and this year does not define his overall production. He got a ball to the forearm. He's been out, but hopefully we'll see him back on the mound this year. Number 4, another guy that got off to a slow start, but slowly but surely picking it up is Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom is the ace for the Mets, and Syndergaard has been slow. Wheeler hasn't been the same, so he's just got to keep that production up, and he's still the 4th best pitcher in the major leagues. Number 3, another guy, as we're seeing with a lot of these dudes with a slow start, is Chris Sale from the Red Sox. Chris Sale got off to a horrible start, but now his strikeouts are going up. His velocity is down, but still his slider and his fastball is still superstar level. Number 2, the guy who's like a fine wine, Justin Verlander, just getting better by age.
Yep.
He could be 1, but I feel like 2 right now is where he belongs. In my opinion, the American League Cy Young at this moment. And yeah, he's the number 2 best pitcher in the major leagues. Number 1, obviously, is Max Scherzer from the Nationals. Him, as I said, Corbin, and Strasburg are killing it. And yeah, Scherzer is the best pitcher, no debate. What do you have right now, Ben?
So after hearing that, well, there's a lot of similarities with ours, but there's a few differences. So I guess we'll start it off with the first difference for me. My number 10, I have Walker Buehler, and you had Bauer, right? Okay, so my reasoning for Buehler is we all know last year he had an amazing rookie year. He very well could have won Rookie of the Year if it were on a year where it weren't Ronald Acuna and players like Juan Soto. But nonetheless, he had a fantastic rookie season, kind of took over the role of being the ace on the Dodgers. Now, he's gotten a little overshadowed this year because Hyun-Jin Ryu is having a shocking season and just doing great. But, Kershaw's decline and Walker, and he's still pitching well, but Walker Buehler's really come in and shown he could be a frontline arm for the next couple of years. And he really put it together last year, struggled a bit in the playoffs. He struggled a bit at the beginning of the year, but, he has the stuff. His high 90s fastball, great breaking ball and changeup. That if the changeup can really come along and be a good pitch for him, he could be a dominant pitcher for years to come.
His last two
Um,
starts were really good.
his what'd you say?
His last two starts were
Yeah, they've been great. Yeah, he had a great start against the Diamondback. Yeah, he's great. So moving to number 9, I have Blake Snell. Like Brody said, great pitcher. You can't really beat what kind of season he had last year, 21-5 with sub 2 ERA. He's yeah, he has taken a little bit of a step back this season, but I think he's he's not really regressed. He's just not putting up the numbers he did last year. He's still an ace, still top 5 pitcher in the AL, possibly. That's up for debate, but still, he's going to be a mainstay in the AL East for a long time. He's going to torture the Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, Blue Jays. So hopefully he keeps doing so. But either way, yeah, he's a good pitcher, and I have him at number 9. So number 8, I have Steven Strasburg. He's similarly with Bueller this season. It's been a little bit longer of a trend with Strasburg, how he's kind of been overshadowed in Washington. Obviously, you have Max Scherzer in Washington. But Strasburg, number 1 overall pick. Everybody had really, really high expectations for him. Like Brody said, he struggled with injuries at the beginning of his career. But at this point, I believe he's around 29, 30 years old. He's really put together a solid career. Been an all-star a couple times, and he's going to give you a lot of strikeouts and a lot of quality starts. So that's why I have him at number 8. Number 7, I have my boy Zach Greinke. Favorite player, just a great pitcher. A lot of people dog on the Diamondbacks and just get on them for signing Zach Greinke, and I tell them this. Zach Greinke, we've signed him until he's 38 years old. I believe we signed him when he was 33 or 34. I think we signed him for his 34th season, because 2016, yeah. So we signed him for his 34th season. He was coming off the best year of his career. He really should have won Cy Young if it weren't for Jake Arrieta. But we signed him, and he really struggled first season and has been solid the past 2. And people are like, he's not worth the money. Is he worth $35 million? Probably not. But that's how much we had to pay him. And what did we sign him to be? An ace. And he's been everything and more of that for the Diamondbacks. He's been that solid piece in the rotation for the past 3 years when you've had a lot of inconsistency with people like Robbie Ray and Corbin leaving. So, I mean, he's awesome. He's kind of been like Verlander in a way that he's just gotten better, especially this season. So he's on a Cy Young pace this year, and hopefully he can keep it up. Number 6, I have the strikeout man, like Brody said, in the AL, Garrett Cole. Yeah, he's always been solid, even as a Pirate in the NL. He was really good, and he was always starting those wild card games for them. But he's come to the AL and really ramped up the strikeouts. He has nasty stuff. He has struggled at times just with giving up hits, and that stuff can hang over the plate at times. But when he's on, he's nearly unhittable. Number 5, I have Kluber, and yes, he's struggled this year, and yes, he's been out for pretty much the whole year. I'm not sure if he's out all year, but I believe he's going to be done.
Yeah, he's getting a diagnosis today.
Oh, really? Okay, so he'll be back relatively soon or before the season ends. Either way, Kluber, he's won 2 Cy Youngs. He won it, I believe, in 2014. Either way, 2014 and 2017, I think. But either way, Kluber has just been consistent and a consistent ace for the past couple of years. And for that reason, I can't take a couple starts and an injury away from his body of work, which has been amazing. Number 4, I have Chris Sale, of the world champion 2018 Boston Red Sox. There were a lot of question marks with Chris Sale at the end of last year. He'd been injured, had struggled in the playoffs. His velocity had been down. Like you said, Brody said, it's been down, so he's had some problems with that. But I still think, his stuff, he's Randy Johnson-esque. Obviously, he doesn't have the fastball like that, upper 90s like Johnson, but that arm angle, he's done it for years, been all-star for probably 4 or 5 years straight now. Tons of strikeouts, has a chance to lead the AL in strikeouts every year. And, he's putting up – I do give credit to AL pitchers because I do believe that it's tougher to pitch in the AL than the NL just because of the designated hitter. And there's a few more – the lineups are a bit more powerful, you could say. So he's been very solid in the AL with the White Sox and the Red Sox, and can't take it away from him. Number 3, I have Jacob deGrom. He struggled a bit this year, but he's still got an ERA under 3.4. He had some injury scare at the beginning of the year, which is not good for just a general fan of baseball because you love to watch him play. Obviously last year won the Cy Young for the NL, possibly one of the best years ever, and he only had a 10-9 record, which shows you record doesn't matter. But he had possibly one of the best years ever. He's gonna strike him out with that mid to high 90s fastball, and just got great stuff. He's been awesome. I just I hope he can continue this because the Mets got a great rotation. They just haven't put it together. I don't know. I'm not a Mets fan. Just as a baseball fan in general, it's frustrating to watch the Mets because they should be a lot better than they are. But either way, Jacob deGrom, great pitcher, and he's my number 3. My number 2, like Brody said, like a fine wine. Just as he ages, he gets better. Justin Verlander, just he leads the league, the AL in strikeouts. Just came off a 15 strikeout game. Just been insane for the past couple of years. He was obviously won a Cy Young and MVP with the Tigers, then really struggled for about 2 years, had a bounce back season, got traded to the Astros, and has been dominant since. Don't know how much longer he can keep this going, but at this rate, he's looking like the Cy Young for the AL. And man, with him and Cole at the top of the rotation for the Astros, they could be good come playoff time. And then number 1, I have Max Scherzer. This guy is we're lucky we're able to watch him because he's seriously an all-time kind of pitcher. He was just, which sucks because he was on the D-backs too. We had him, we drafted him, came up with the Diamondbacks, and then traded him. But he was good with the Tigers, and then had that breakout season, and since then has never looked back. Won a couple. I believe he's won. Has he won 2 or 3 Cy Youngs?
I'd have to double check on that, but it's definitely 2 or 3.
Well, he's won at least 2 because he won 1 in the AL, 1 in the NL.
He won. Yeah, he won 1.
I think he's won 2. I think he's won 2. Either way,
possibly 3 this year.
300 strikeouts last year. Has a chance to win it this year. Got mid-90s fastball and then beautiful breaking pitches. Change-up, curveball. He's just the ultimate competitor and fun to watch. So that is my list. Any disagreements? I mean, I know we have a few spots different, but
I'm gonna give some honorable mentions, guys that are right around the cusp of that. So I'm gonna give it to Aaron Nola of the Phillies, Charlie Morton of the Rays, and Patrick Corbin of the Nationals. Nola, like probably most of the star pitchers in the game, have struggled this year.
He's really struggled though. That's the thing. He's
4.8 ERA, but I do see him bouncing back, and he could get to the top 10.
Yep.
Charlie Morton just signed by the Rays in free agency from the Astros.
Awesome.
I thought the Astro system helped him out, but I was wrong, and this dude is balling out this year. A guy on the rise, and will be in this list in the next year. And then Patrick Corbin, I don't know how many times I said it, he struggled. His slider is not the same. Pitchers have found it out. The batters, have found out what he's doing. They're taking more pitches. His walk rate's up. But I feel like he can make the adjustments, and hopefully we can get him back in this list.
Yep, I totally agree with that. And, this year, at least, like I said at the beginning of the video, Giolito, Odorizzi, those are some of the guys that we don't want to discount what they've done this year. They've had great years. Odorizzi's leading the Twins. Giolito has gone from being one of the worst pitchers to one of the best. But I guess it could be 2019 honorable mentions. So other than that, I believe that we've covered everything, right?
Yeah, I would say there's some to debate, but I think we have everyone in.
We really do. We have similar ones, I think.
But
yeah, a bit out of order, but I think DeGrom deserves to be a bit ahead of Sale, just because of how dominant his season was last year.
I do see that he was dominant last year with the sub-2 ERA, but Sale, I just feel like we know who Sale is from the White Sox, and he's just been doing the same exact thing year in and year out. But the pitching in the AL is dominant, as is in the NL, and he just hasn't gotten those medals, the AL Cy Young.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's a toss-up, but our rankings are there, just a little out of order. But there's a lot of great pitchers in our game.
Yeah, I think we can both agree that Max Scherzer is the best pitcher in baseball, and I don't think that is going to change for a little while.
So if you guys enjoyed, we'll be dropping next. Will be our catchers, our top 10 catchers in the in major leagues. And
let us know in the comment section if you thought we're right, wrong, do we miss anybody? And
If you
yeah, like Cody said, if you did
haven't
enjoy,
if you
yeah.
haven't subscribed, subscribe. We'll see get more of this action. We're planning on uploading every day, so
So yeah, expect a lot from the channel. Yeah, like you said, if you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. And other than that, we're out. Peace.
peace.